Our gold has always had its place in many investor portfolios, seen as a relatively safe bet carrying intrinsic value. But that precious metal frequently returns to take a much bigger part of the spotlight in times of financial turmoil. In our latest bizchina 360 series, we look at gold in China, its fledgling market, its production and investment. Our very first installment, we look at dramatic developments over the last 8 years.
It's an exciting new century for China's gold market. That's because in 2007, China became the largest gold production country in the world, toppling South Africa from the position it has held for over 100 years. China's gold consumption also grew robustly and now ranks second globally. And experts such as precious metals consultancy GFMS Limited are confident that the positive trend will only continue.
Well, the Chinese market in 2008 will probably be the world's largest physical gold market. If we look at supply and demand of gold and add them together, we look at production from mines and we look at consumption in jewellery and industry and add those numbers together, China will be, I predict, the world's largest gold market in 2008. So that tells you about the significance of the Chinese market.
What may be even more startling is the fact that it has taken less than a decade for the country to get here. Previously, gold was managed under the old system of unified purchase and allocation, and was strictly controlled by the central government. The development of the gold market was stagnant at best.
Well, it's been, if you like, a sleeping giant for many years because it's not fully integrated with the international market.
But 2000 proved to be a pivotal year. Everyone in the gold industry hailed the Chinese government's move to include opening up the country's gold market in its 10th five-year plan. The basic goal was to gradually loosen control of the market by establishing a new system for gold production, circulation, and healthy consumption through market dynamics.
那么黄金改革呢，它有一个特殊性，它还不仅仅是一个完全的商品，它还有一定的货币功能。因此，在黄金管理体制改革的过程当中呢，就是我们的国家对它非常重视，因为这还涉及到国家的有关储备等等好多方面的问题吧。所以在这种情况下，就是我们在做了周密的调查，了解了市场情况以后，也借鉴了国际上的一些好的一些先进的做法。在这个基础上呢，我们就觉得就是在国务院批准人民银行组建这个前提下，建立这个黄金市场，然后来实现市场配置资源这样一个功能。
So at the turn of the millennium, over 20 years of China began to shift towards the market economy. The country finally launched its market reform for the gold industry. The first step was establishing the Shanghai Gold Exchange, which formally opened for trade in October 2002. For the first time in China's modern history, the country's gold price was fully determined by the open market. Enterprises were no longer confined with limited volume. They were free to buy or sell gold through the exchange and at a price that was determined by the supply and demand of the precious metal. The opening up of the market has injected vigor into China's gold industry and significantly boosted development of mining, manufacturing, and many other aspects. But there was a catch. In early days, the Shanghai Gold Exchange was offering only spot transactions. As a result, most of the market players were miners, jewelry merchants, and other entities engaged in the gold industry. Gold investments such as gold futures were not available. In contrast, 97% of the world gold trade was gold futures. So that led to more development. But it was not until 2004 before the country came out with more clear guidelines to develop the gold market. Speaking at an international gold summit that year, China's central bank governor Zhou Xiaochuan spelled out 3 targets for the sector, applauded by many industry insiders.
一个是从现货向投资功能的转变。一个是从商品向衍生品这方面的转变，另一个就是说是从从国内向国际市场的转变。
For the first 2 targets, there have been a lot of changes undertaken through years. After research and preparation, the Shanghai Gold Exchange first launched T plus D products in 2004 as a stopgap to gold futures. The breakthrough came in January 2008 when the Chinese Securities Regulatory Commission rectified the Shanghai Futures Exchange to launch gold futures products.
我觉得这个寓意也是比较重大的，因为作为中国来说，我们的这个每年的黄金产量现在是比较大的，但是我们在国际市场上的这种黄金价格的这种话语权还并不是很大，所以随着我们现货市场、期货市场，甚至于我们这个允许更多的这种黄金的进出口权的这种开放，我觉得我们在国际市场上的黄金的这种话语权也会越来越重，这是一个非常好的一种开端吧，也为了这个个人客户机构客户提供了一种期货交易。
Another important step has been combining the domestic market with global gold market. The People's Bank of China gave the Shanghai Gold Exchange the go-ahead to include 4 locally incorporated foreign banks in its membership this June. The Standard Chartered made the Chinese style debut on August 8th by trading 88 kg gold at Shanghai Gold Exchange. It hopes the 4As will bring luck to its future development in China's commodity markets.
We have started our first gold trading on the 8th of August, soon after we got the approval from our regulator CBRC. Since then, we have been trading on a daily basis in the exchange, and have become the most active foreign trader in the exchange. Standard Chartered Bank globally, we are very active in commodity tradings, including gold trading, and we hope that we could bring our global expertise to China, share the experience with the local participants, and also work as a bridge between the exchange and the rest of the world.
And with current economic climate in such a turmoil, gold has never looked better.
With the increased income level of the population, with the more mature of the gold market, with more products availability in the marketplace, in terms of the unstable financial market and weaker US dollar, and maybe some concern about currencies, local currencies, especially in the inflation. So based on that, we believe that consumers will still have interest or has a benefit to invest in gold.
Before opening up the market, China's gold industry was centrally controlled by the People's Bank of China. However, it has now taken off from here to evolve into a very robust market. People may ask, how has it happened so quickly? Many credit the country's macroeconomic environment, China's opening up policy. But the question now is, can it be sustained? China's increased integration with the world economy does make it more vulnerable to its highs and its lows. But the fact that more and more people are turning to gold as an investment channel can spell an even brighter future for China's gold industry. I'm Guanxin reporting for bizchina 360, Beijing.
Well, in our next installment of this series, we'll look at the different ways you can invest in gold. Join us again for that.